Hey there, my fellow anglers and fishing fanatics. Your favorite fishing guru is back, and today we're diving deep into the bite forecast for a truly special day, October 31st, 2025. Yes, friends, it's Halloween, and while some are thinking about tricks and treats, we're thinking about those finned monsters lurking below. This day isn't just about costumes. It's shaping up to be a prime time for some serious fall fishing action across much of the United States. Why? Because the cooling waters are really getting the fish fired up, pushing them into aggressive feeding patterns. Get ready, because I'm going to break down exactly what you need to know to make this Halloween a fishing treat. Now let's talk tactics, friends, because knowing where the fish are and what they're biting on is half the battle. We've got a fantastic window for a few key species. First up, our old friend, the largemouth bass cheat. As water temperatures continue their autumn descent, these green machines are getting feisty. You'll find them moving into shallower points, rocky structures, and along the edges of any remaining healthy weed beds. Why? Because that's where the bait fish are getting pushed. For an aggressive bite, don't be shy with your offerings. Glide baits, larger swim baits, and even topwater frogs can be deadly during the low light hours of morning and evening. The key is to mimic those stressed baitfish. If the bite is a bit more subtle, don't overlook finesse presentations like jigs, soft plastics, or a neko rig worked slowly near cover. A shallow crankbait can also be incredibly effective, especially in stained water where bass are actively hunting. Next, let's target the elusive and delicious walleye stamporbo. The fall walleye bite can be phenomenal, and today is no exception. Look for them concentrated in deeper holes, along sharper breaks, and on the deep side of weed edges, typically in 18 to 28 feet of water. Humps, drop-offs, and rocky points with access to deeper water are prime real estate for these cool water predators. To hook them, try jigs tipped with live minnows or a soft plastic worked slowly along the bottom. Trolling crankbaits along contours at dawn and dusk can also be incredibly productive. Remember, walleye love to hug the bottom, so pay close attention to your electronics. Your sonar is your best friend right now. For those of you chasing toothy critters, the northern pike activity will be excellent. As the water cools, pike become incredibly aggressive, trying to pack on weight for winter. They'll be hunting near existing weed lines and shallower bays that still have some green growth. However, as those weeds collapse, expect them to shift to deeper water and more structured areas like rocky points and significant breaks where they can ambush prey. Your go-to baits should be spinnerbaits, spoons, larger swim baits, and big crankbaits. Don't be afraid to go big. Larger fish often prefer larger meals. While you might have fished faster earlier in the fall, now's the time to slow down your retrieve, letting those lures hang in the strike zone a little longer. And for our panfish friends, the crappie are definitely worth chasing. They're schooling up and feeding aggressively in preparation for winter. You'll find them concentrated around submerged timber, brush piles, bridge pilings, marina docks, and any other significant structure that offers cover. They often suspend over deeper basins in lakes as water temperatures continue to fall. A light-action spinning rod with small jigs, perhaps 1/16 to 1/8 ounce, tipped with minnows or tiny soft plastics will be irresistible. Marabou jigs under a slip bobber are another excellent choice. A slow, steady retrieve or a gentle jigging motion will be key to enticing these schooling fish. Dawn and dusk are often the most productive times, so be out there early or stay a little later. Now let's break down the conditions for October 31st, 2025 across much of the USA. From my analysis, we're looking at a generally stable, albeit brisk, day. Air temperatures will likely hover around 50 to 57 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, dropping into the low to mid-40s overnight. This cooling trend is precisely what triggers that increased fish activity. Atmospheric pressure is projected to be relatively stable, with only slight gradual fluctuations, which is usually a good sign for a consistent bite. Winds will be light to moderate, primarily from the west or northwest, making for generally comfortable conditions on the water. Expect a chance of some light rain, with estimates around 0.2 to 0.54 inches in some areas. Water temperatures in most inland lakes and rivers will be in the mid-60s, steadily cooling towards the mid-50s in many regions. This temperature range is absolutely ideal for many species, stimulating their metabolism for that crucial pre-winter feed. Fall turnover is happening on many lakes, and in smaller bodies of water it might even be complete, which can temporarily affect clarity but ultimately mixes the water column. This cooling water pushes baitfish towards shallower, cover-rich areas, and the predators are right behind them. Coastal waters, especially in the southern states, will remain warmer, perhaps in the high 70s to low 80s, offering different opportunities. As for the lunar cycle on October 31st, 2025, the moon will be in a waxing gibbous phase with an illumination of about 70%. The moon will be about 9 to 10 days old since the last new moon. It will rise in the mid to late afternoon, becoming prominent in the eastern sky around sunset, and will set in the wee hours after midnight. Many anglers believe that a waxing gibbous moon approaching a full moon generally brings good fishing activity. It provides ample light for nocturnal feeders and often aligns with active feeding windows as the moon's gravitational pull influences tides and fish behavior. There's also a low ocean tide expected, which can sometimes concentrate fish in channels and structures. So, my friends, considering all these factors, the crisp fall weather, ideal water temperatures, and the actively feeding fish under a growing moon, I'm giving the overall bite assessment a solid good, potentially excellent for October 31st. While fish are transitioning and might be a bit capricious in their exact locations, the opportunities for a strong bite window, especially during dawn and dusk, are absolutely there. The key is to be adaptable and persistent. Well, that wraps up our Halloween fishing forecast, friends. I wish you all nothing but the best out there, so go get 'em. And as always, tight lines and nil of the tail, nil of the scale. If you found this forecast helpful, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future fishing insights. And tell me in the comments below, what are you planning to chase this Halloween? And what's your secret weapon for those fall bites?